700 million, and that was 3 months ago. So I gotta call FBI tomorrow and let them know there's
That's
also
crazy.
missing $700 million for fire victims. I thought she said raised it for the city. I'm so confused. What is going on here?
Somebody's getting
Don't worry,
paid.
I think the FBI gets up early. I'm gonna call them first thing and find out where the other $700 million is.
Yeah, somebody's getting paid.
Where the $100 million from fire aid that didn't go to any victims.
You want to know the crazy thing about this is that it literally happened in Hawaii. It happened, and now it's happened again, and it's continuing to go on. Yeah, that's kind of crazy because there's been nothing rebuilt. They've got all these millions of dollars and nothing is rebuilt. Let's see what this fool's talking about.
Has just thrown out President Donald Trump's $364 million civil fraud penalty. This just happened. It is a developing story. We're getting a lot more information.
You mean the civil fraud case that was all nonsense? And before you tell yourself that I am a extreme MAGA Republican, you need to know that I am not. I'm not extreme at anything. But that case was what they call bullocks. It was BS. It was stupid. It was frivolous. It was a waste. They spent all that money.
A big news story for the day. We're going to bring you more details as we get them. This just in. Also want to bring you this because this has been slamming the East Coast, and it is Hurricane Erin. Coast of North Carolina and Virginia are facing these strong winds, powerful waves, and dangerous rip currents.
You're extremely
Tens
handsome.
of thousands of
Not
evacuations were ordered for North Carolina's Outer Banks, where storm surge and flooding are creating a very dangerous situation down there, as you can see on your screen.
Good
Forecasters
Lord.
predict the Category 2 storm will peak today and then slowly weaken while turning further
Heck
out
yeah.
to sea.
You're not extremely based. Let's just say I've gotten really close to getting into some trouble. Let's do this. I had a conversation with a friend of mine down in Texas today. He called me and asked me a question. And the answer that I gave him, it was a based answer. I can't talk about it. The episode will be out whenever it comes out, but I can't talk about it. Yes, I am extremely based. But I'm not an extremist. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. So every time I see this face right here, and this face right here, and even this face right here, I already know.
We are incredibly honored to be joined on the Siren Podcast by the Governor of California, Governor Gavin Newsom. Welcome to the Siren Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I mean, you're making some news. You're a very busy man. So let's just jump right on in. Can you please explain to
He's been doing a lot of podcasts lately.
the potential redistricting of your congressional maps and why this may be something you have to do?
Well, we're fighting fire with fire. We don't want to do this. But
Bad analogy. That was a really bad illustration right there. California governor talking about fighting fire with fire. These jokes write themselves. Pushing limits with memes. I didn't see any memes. Oh, you talking about in the Discord? Bro, come on now. There's no trouble to be had. You notice my Discord, most Discords you go to, there's rules. There's no rules here. There's no rules here.
to your point, your question rather, we have to do it at peril of being judged not only not to have
Possible to get
lived,
in
but
trouble on
to be
Discord.
judged watching democracy slip from right out underneath us. The reality is it's not just Texas that Donald Trump believes he's entitled to 5 congressional seats. He has sent his vice president to Indiana. He's making the case not just to what's going on up in Ohio, but Florida, Missouri, and other states. I imagine it's just the beginning, what, as we speak, is occurring in real time in Texas. And so my mindset, our mindset here in California, is one of...
I'm going to show you something. So he's talking about Indiana, Texas, some other states. Let me see. I know it's here. I'm going to show you what Illinois looks like. Because notice, he didn't mention Illinois. Which I thought, that's interesting. That is interesting. I'm going to show you what Illinois looks like. So he's talking all that stuff about gerrymandering in Texas. And they're talking about all of the issues with the political lines. And this is Illinois. Look at this district. Hold on, let me move this over for you. Look at this district. It goes from right here all the way around wraps around, and then wraps around again. Look at this district. What does that look like? Probably shouldn't be showing that. That's probably some terms of service right there. Oh, let's see. So Obama says, over the long term, we shouldn't have political gerrymandering in America. Just a fair fight between Republicans and Democrats based on who's got better ideas. But since Texas has taken direction from a partisan White House and gerrymandering in the middle of a decade to try to maintain the House despite their unpopular policies, which I'm not sure that all of those policies are unpopular because our economy is gaining. We're making quite a bit of money via the tariffs and everything else. I have tremendous respect for how Governor Newsom, of course, everyone has to throw Governor Newsom in here. That's why he feels like he's important, because they always throw him in here. But then when you talk about gerrymandering and you see something like this that looks like a Picasso, looks like a modern art masterpiece, it's ridiculous. He didn't call out the blue states that did the same thing that are against, that are against his beliefs. Look at memes real quick. Posted a gun-related one. Oh my gosh. The average 4 o'clock carrier preparing to make a misinformed speech about appendix carry. Here's a joke though. What if I am appendix carry and I look like that? Because that is exactly how I sit at the foot of the bed every morning, contemplating whether I want to go to work or not. I always end up going to work, but that's me, and I carry appendix. So what are you trying to say? Are you body shaming?
I have boots down on the ground in California to help get this ballot initiative passed.
Boots on the ground. She's really going to leave her mark. She's really going to make an impression. All right. I don't clip that. I mean, she's looking for another job, essentially. She was fired from being trash at her job. And now she's over here trying to butter up old Gav Bag, trying to get another job. Look at his face. He's not sold on this. He's like, nah. She's trying to get a job working for Gavin in real time. Look at his face.
Texas Democrat, but I'll have boots down on the ground in California to help get this ballot initiative passed.
Look at his face. He doesn't believe her. He doesn't believe her.
Because what they're doing here is so unconscionable, and I am so grateful that a Democratic governor in a different state.
Look at his face. He is not involved in this conversation right now. This is not a normal Gavin response.
It gives
He's thinking, why is Fiona talking to me?
enough of a shit about the people who are living here in my home that you're doing something about it. So I appreciate that very, very much.
Well, I appreciate you and thank you for that.
I'm fired up. I'm ready to knock doors. I'm ready to collect.
They'll do everything but exercise. Fired up. Walk a lap. Walk 2 laps. Oh my gosh, man. This is just... And the funny thing is, and I've said this before, the funny thing is that there are people who are exactly like this on both sides.
Signatures, whatever we need to do. I'm ready to do it.
Lose weight. I'm sorry. But let's be real. Come on now.
I'll tell you this.
Obesity is taking people out left and right, young and old. So this is the thing that came up today, was a lot of the things that are going away because of wokeness. They took away Aunt Jemima. My kids, they don't have it like I had it when I was a kid. They took away a little Tiger Lily, the Land O'Lakes. Took her away. She's gone. And they took my favorite team, the Washington Redskins, butter babies, the Washington Redskins. So Ryder says, I'm putting together a team. I just say I'm in. All right. So then we have this. Oh gosh, this insufferable lady. You know, they always look like they're giving us the best idea in the world, and it's always the worst take. Now, I'm not big on Cracker Barrel. I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a long time. But when I was younger, when my kids were younger, that was a great place to go get a home-cooked meal for not that much money. This woman is out of her mind.
But from our team members. Honestly, the feedback's been overwhelmingly...
If you have to tell me that the feedback's been overwhelmingly positive or popular, you're lying. Because if that's the case, then it won't be that far off from my feedback. And if my feedback is that the new stuff sucks, sorry, I'm spitting all over the place, is that the new stuff sucks, guess what? It's not overwhelmingly positive.
Positive that people like what we're doing.
People like what we're doing, so we're going to do it.
I'll give you another
They all look the same. This woman looks like Bernie Sanders. You know who she voted for.
soundbite. I actually happened to be in Orlando last week with all of our managers. We bring them together and every other year. And the number one question that I got asked, Michael, was, how can I get a remodel? When can I get a remodel? How do I get on the list?
So let me ask you this. Your managers are asking you for a remodel. Are they your main target audience? Are they your main target audience? Because if it's your managers telling upper management, like, oh my gosh, we love this idea. We love this idea. That's them saying we love our jobs and want to keep our jobs. That's not the public saying, hey, I want to go get an Uncle Herschel's Sunday breakfast. And I want to go in here and I want it to look like a beach house. I don't want it to look like a slave barn. Just kidding. We'll say Jim Crow barn. We'll say civil rights era barn. Their breakfast and grilled chicken tender. That's what we always get. Give me Waffle House. Waffle House will make money forever because they'll never change. Infinite money glitch. They'll never stop making money. And the day that they go modern, all these restaurants did it. Wendy's went modern. They suck. McDonald's, modern. They suck. Starbucks, sucks. All these places went with this modern. Even Walmart. Walmart used to have this wave of color. You walk into a Walmart, there's like colored swirls on the wall, LED lights everywhere, or back then the old glass tube lights. Now you walk into a Walmart, boring. That's what they're doing with Cracker Barrel. Hey, there's a man on our logo, and we're going to get rid of him. It's got nothing. Look, they got rid of the cracker and the barrel. They got rid of the cracker and the barrel.
Really?
So because the feedback and the buzz is so good, not only from our
feedback.
customers, but from our team members. They want to work in a wonderful restaurant. So we're doing everything for our guests and our team members.
Well, Julie Messino, it's wonderful to have you here.
Pleasure to
and
be
thank
here.
You
Thank
for
you again.
answering those questions for all the Cracker Barrel fans out there. And a lot
It's wonderful to have you here. Thank you for answering all those wonderful Cracker Barrel questions.
of great changes.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Vintage decor. Yeah, you got rid of the cracker and the barrel. Okay? What? Here she is again. And I said, this is the face of someone who will ruin a brand and never once think that they're the problem. This is the lack of accountability.